Uh,
What's up, you guys? Sorry about that. If you were here a few minutes ago, we had to go out and start this back over because the sound was just a little bit off. Wanted to make sure you guys could hear us good and well because sometimes, we go in. So wanted to make sure you could hear properly. So I'm going to say this again. If you guys didn't hear it the first time, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Cheers to the weekend. Hope you all had a great, productive, and safe week, of course. We are watching Indiana. They are trying to finally beat the Sparks because the Sparks have had their number pretty much this entire season with Caitlin and without Caitlin. And as we all know, the Fever, they're really trying to vie for a playoff spot. It's been very up and down, especially with the new, signings of Shea Petty and then Aerial Powers. And then, of course, the Sparks are like maybe they're like in ninth place right now. They're trying to get like just a little bit closer, to get in that final playoff spot. And like the teams I believe that are like from between 3 and 8, it's really close, in terms of clinching that playoff berth. So
yeah.
I expect Lee Boston to be aggressive tonight. I see so far she is aggressive. You can't do nothing with her in the paint, that's for damn sure. I see she's aggressive tonight. Aerial Powers out there playing hard tonight. Indiana and Sky play next Friday. That should be interesting. but yeah. So Rakia Jackson, she got hurt last game. You guys were on here with us, but she's out tonight. So I guess her ankle is okay, which I was hoping for. No injuries.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Good for
Yeah. She looks like she's completely okay. Like I don't see her like limping around, like grimacing in between. So
I
let me say like
predict that.
just a little tweak, maybe something.
Yeah.
It looked
I pre-
worse than I guess than what it was, which is great. I'm glad for her.
you still on commercial?
I am right now. They are showing. I gotta watch this show later, you guys. I don't know if you guys watched the Terminal List. I absolutely love the first season, and they gave Taylor Kinney, I believe is his name, Taylor Kinney. He has his own spinoff. So it's Terminal List Dark Wolf. It just started. I forgot it was supposed to premiere August 25th, but I love me a good new show. So I'll have to tune into that later and see what it's like.
Terminal List. What is it on? Is it
Terminal List is on Prime.
on Prime? Okay, I check it out. I swim through.
Big Daddy Papa. Mm-mm. Whose name is that? Who is Big Daddy Papa? Okay, brother D, represent who? Tuga? You know
Who?
who this is? Can you see it?
Brother D. Oh, Tug, what's up, babe? How you doing? That's my big brother. What's up,
Oh,
bud?
okay.
What's up, man? We covering your team tonight, baby. Indiana. Oh man, that's what's up. All right, man. This game looks shaky already.
What? Fever? Are you talking about Colorado?
Yeah, Fever, because basically they can't do nothing with them in the middle. See how they just boxing them out like old
No,
school?
it's not. Mine's not on yet. I'm still on commercial.
Oh, okay.
It's just now back on, and I have a FanDuel commercial on right now.
You know what they say? Delayed pay means delayed play.
Let me see if I yeah, fast forward this maybe.
Come on. That's right, because you stream. That's right. Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, I'm watching mine on Ion.
That's what I'm on. I'm on Ion.
That's so weird. I'm like, why are you ahead of me then? But
It
now they're
could be
talking to Kelsey. They're talking to Kelsey right now on my
it
on
could be
mine.
an aptitude thing, you know.
Maybe. But now they're talking to Kelsey on mine.
I mean, you gotta fight me back. If I throw an insult, you gotta do your thing.
What happened?
Yeah. Hey, Took, we got a good show tomorrow, man. We got Dr. Charles coming on there. Gonna be hot.
Second quarter, you guys. 24 Indiana, LA Sparks 31. Currently 9 minutes and 46 seconds. Aerial Powers has the ball.
All right.
Dante's going for the shot. She missed it. I believe Bree Turner had the rebound. Kelsey Mitchell misses it. Bree Turner again.
I'm just looking at the spread.
Actually, that was Dante's, excuse me. Aerial Powers. Rakia's on her. Uh-oh. That was a tough shot, but no, it's a good shot. I just didn't go.
Woo!
What happened?
But kid
The
just
key is
slapped
like, what?
I just slapped Odyssey in the face by accident. Mm. Oh man, she mugged her. They gonna give her a flagrant on that one. They gonna give her a flagrant.
It don't look like it. Yeah, they're playing.
Yo,
Odyssey Sims has the ball.
what happened to Lexi Eyes?
I don't right now. I don't see her. She seems fine to me right now. Natasha Howard
All right, you gonna see
to
it.
Leah Boston. Leah Boston with the shot. (26-31). Foul going against LA. I like Cameron Brink. She's a tall drink of water. Right, Odyssey Sims has the ball, you guys. To Leah Boston. Back to Odyssey Sims. Cameron Brink has AB. Cameron got to put some more meat on the bones trying to guard AB. Odyssey Sims. A little shake and bake. No, Odyssey, get up, girl. Stop it. Stop it.
And you about to see Lexi's eyes. Now watch Lexi's eyes.
Okay. What time is on your clock?
7:43.
Are you way ahead? I'm at 8:24.
Yeah. I figured that.
Hold on. Oh wow, that was from Gabby Williams. Oh my goodness. I watched that game. I don't remember her getting poked and hit that her eyes like that. Wow, that's an awful look.
Isn't that awful? Yeah. That's when you
Good
get hit
for
in the
her.
nose. When you get hit in the nose, it blacks your eyes.
Good for her though. She's out there. She's a warrior. Aaliyah Boston, 2 more points.
I'm telling you, tonight, Aaliyah Boston and Rakir gonna get in the fight.
Wow.
It's
Aaliyah Boston AB is very, very disciplined.
Well,
she's very disciplined.
The thing is, I don't think she can fight. I just think she's strong. I don't think she can rumble. You know, that's why she don't fight. But
I don't think it's like she can't. I think if she has, like, she will hold her ground. But like, even I think she's always aware, like, that the camera's on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like even like when there's like fighting, like let's say like whenever like there was that scuffle with Sophie with the Fever versus the Connecticut Sun earlier this year, where it got out of hand. Aaliyah Boston was nowhere to be found in that scuffle at all. And then when they were at All-Star Weekend and Caitlin Clark, Caitlin Clark hasn't played, you know, but she had that drink in her hand. Leah Boston was like, no, let's not do it on camera.
Yeah.
I think she's like conscious of like, okay, cameras around.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of our parents do that because we can't do everything. You know what I mean?
Everybody was like, why you took that drink out of Caitlin's hand? She was like, no, like I wasn't trying to like be like rude or anything. She said, you know, like I didn't want people like to like take pictures of her and everything, like record her with the alcohol in her hand.
Yeah, just like they did Luca that time. Remember they got Luca? They was like, yo.
Yeah, I remember. I'm just saying. I think it's part of the reason. Like, I don't think like you ever see her like it'll go too far with her. She's very like disciplined. Like,
yeah, I get you. But I think something gonna pop off. I really do. I just got feelings going.
Now, she gonna talk a little something on them. She told Asia to shut the F up that time. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Come on now.
No, I feel like let me see if I can like restart my my Fire Stick. I'm like, why am I behind? I don't understand. Like so many seconds behind. But it's so weird.
It's just chaos right now. They just run it.
It's going to be a little behind, but not like I don't like almost a whole minute behind. So
Yeah.
let's
And see,
start.
Lexi just took a charge
Mm-hmm. Let me start at mine
from
first.
Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kelsey got to have
yeah,
a good game tonight. She was kind of quiet in the last game when they played the Mercury. She got to have a bigger game tonight. They need this win because right now
yeah,
Indiana's in
I was referring
sixth
to Kelsey
place.
Plum. I was referring to Kelsey Plum, but yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
you
talking about.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, all
yeah,
right,
because she was kind of quiet last game.
all right.
They need her. They need her to have a good game because they need this win. They're like right on the
Yeah,
outside. They're like I think Fever in sixth place and Sparks I believe are in ninth. So every win for
wow,
them absolutely
wow,
matters. Every win
yeah,
matters because I believe they have 19 wins. No, they have 17 wins, and the Valkyries are ahead of them by like 2 games because they have 19 wins. So it's crucial they get every win all the way through to
yeah.
get that final
The
spot.
thing that keeps I keep calling them the Pacers, the Fever on their heels is the fact that this team have multiple scorers. And when you have multiple scorers, it's harder for them. They can switch when it's like somebody who maybe can't shoot too much from the outside, but it's like today, they have to they keep having to switch on the perimeter, and then the center have to drop down a little bit. They really should just try to play a zone like a 1-3-1. They would People would do better because you can still guard the perimeter, especially on the wing
Hmm.
and at the top, and then you can also have your center down low, and your forward can just drift in the middle.
Are you on commercial? I'm on commercial right now.
Yeah, I'm on commercial. Yeah.
All right. So we'll see when the game comes back on. Hopefully, I restarted my Fire Stick and everything. So hopefully, it can be in sync. In sync.
Amen.
Watching that
Now,
Colorado game, that
you and
first
I in
half.
sync. That would be a miracle.
Watching that Colorado game in the first half, I'm like, they forced 3 turnovers and didn't convert like not one time.
Who did say that again? I'm sorry.
Colorado, they
Colorado.
forced 3 turnovers in that first half against Georgia Tech, but
Yeah.
they didn't get any points off of it, not a one.
Wow.
And
No
then
Shador.
you know, I was like I don't know. I mean, I'm so mad I'm missing the second half because I'm on here watching this. I wanted to see how how it was going.
Yeah.
It's the first game. Like they were applying more pressure at first, and so they kind of got tired
Mm-hmm.
as the time went on. But it's the
You know.
first game. Dion was saying their new quarterback. Although he already has college starts, like it's different for him because it's Colorado. Like they don't have like not one empty seat in that stand. It looks like it's so packed.
Yeah, man. That's that Sanders effect, baby.
Yeah, definitely prime time. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. They like.
Hold on, 1 second. Hold on, I have a call coming in.
Yep. You got it. All right. So score is 30-33. Los Angeles on the line. Made the first 34-30. And of course, she missed the second. Lord have mercy. Yeah, see, LA have real active feet, active hands, man. They got great lateral movement. So it makes things harder for you on when you're on offense. Yo, she must went to the the lashes boutique. They must have to sell on lashes. she got on some, she got on some straight. Never mind. Let me stop. You may get mad at me.
All right, I'm back.
All right. Oh, I wish I'd put my paper so I can get these names out of here, man. 'Cause this is ridiculous.
Aaliyah Boston.
All right, Lily, take it out. 36-30. Yo, if they don't stop letting Kelsey just drive down and make layups,
I thought I'm muted. I'm talking to myself. She bullied her way into the paint more than Camilla. Like a small self.
yeah.
She bullied herself. She go right up in there. She don't care.
Sometimes small people are just more gutsy than the big people.
You gotta be like that sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
True.
You do got to be like that.
True. You gotta get yourself up in there. Like, watch out.
She complaining about a foul. Nobody really fouled you, girl. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Shut up. Shut your face. Come on now. All this chopping and slapping y'all doing on this floor, and you make one layup.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Uh-huh. Okay, obviously some got it on the break. She run, pull up with like a 15-footer, pop on net. On net. All right, Sparks. Sparks keep pulling up at the top of the key and picking the ball up. If you do that, by doing that, you stop the flow. You got to keep your dribble active. Another layup by Addison. No, yeah, I'm sorry. That was by Howard. It's 36-37. This don't make any sense.
See, I'm not at 36-37. I'm at 32-36.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Right now, Kelsey Plum is shooting.
Yeah, Kelsey Plum just made a layup where I'm at here, so it's 39-36. But go ahead, you call it. So because I'm already past that, so we.
Kelsey. She looks a little frustrated tonight.
You know I'm the color commentator.
I think the best thing about the Sparks is their offense. They have a good offensive team.
Yeah.
The defense is questionable. That's why a lot of their games, like they have like high margin of points. They kind of remind me of Indiana. Not the same, but similar to the fact of like their offense is their calling card. But once they get the defense going, like consistently, they'll be an even better team.
Yeah, they because right now I can see they're all sporadic. Once they burn that top level energy off, they'll settle down, and so their minds can focus.
Yeah, this defense is very, 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 very questionable.
Yeah, it's like they're fast, but they all over the place. It's not really they're not working in conjunction with one another. It's like they all over the place a little bit. Great footwork, great, you know, that lateral movement, or arm spread, playing defense with your feet, which is great. But it's like it's too much energy. Like it's too much energy.
They can't do nothing around this rim. They can't stop nothing. They can't stop a cold around this rim now. Folks just get wherever they want to get these layups.
So you couldn't stop your nose.
Everybody's in the paint. Everybody's in the paint, just doing whatever they want to do.
Man, oh man, let me get this.
They need some more. They need a little more size too. I think. At least they have size on the bench, but we need more size in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because then Cam's like the tallest, and the rest of them, they have like more guards than anything. In terms of like the way they buy, like the genetic makeup.
Yeah, they got some good scoring going on both sides. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Fever got two people in double digits. They got Sims and Boston, both with 10 points. Kelsey has 9 points.
Indiana, they have offense, but their coaches, she's a defensive minded coach too. So when they're on defensively, they're even harder to beat.
Yeah, they are. But see, once again, these girls over here can score too, because that's what I mean. Like LA, like they got some two players with 7, so 3 players with
Mhm.
7, and then they got another player with 8. So that's 3 people, 4 people who are gonna, be in double digit scoring. So it's harder to handle that, and that's why they can hang with them. That's why
They
Indiana's
got
have.
they got locked out on defense though. The Sparks. They got to work on that.
Oh yeah, they definitely got to work on it. They just have to settle down. They just too all over the place. Once they
I don't
settle down,
know.
start working in conjunction. I don't know why people don't drop back into zone sometimes. I understand the man defense though, but what I'm seeing is that Kelsey is trying to drive more today, and nobody ain't even touching. She whining like crushed grapes. Look at her.
They got to figure out what to do in the paint because right now the Fever are not even scoring like really knocking down threes. Excuse me.
L train. And in Philly we call it it's the L train. What is it called
So
there?
I'm like I don't live by the L.
That's not the elevator line?
No, you said the L train. No, I'm not by the L. That's all the way downtown.
Oh,
Well, like
well here
towards like
we
Manhattan,
call
Manhattan.
ours is the L. It's elevated. I mean,
Mm,
it's in the air. So it's all
gotcha. I don't know why I'm so far behind though, which is so weird.
down.
Somebody's turn pretty.
Here. That's my girl. See, the energy is settling down now. I can see it. Good.
Their defense is a problem no matter who they play.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about their energy. That how you have that energy.
I think
You
that
just
might be the reason why they don't get into the playoffs. Or if they do, they won't get past that first round.
yeah. Number 5. I got to find out her name. That's number 5. Let's see her name.
Mm-mm.
Number 5, Hamby. Yeah, she's gonna be a problem tonight too.
Yeah,
Hamby.
she's good.
Yeah.
And see Erica Hamby.
Go ahead, girl. Go, get into that. See. This is. I just bragged on you, and you sat there, and she didn't box out. It's like they get like these brain farts. It's like, come on. She's passing the ball to the wrong team.
It's almost halftime, y'all.
I'm thoroughly convinced that these coaches go home and play Xbox. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm
Okay.
thoroughly convinced. There's no way in the world that it's too many people who are not doing the right thing.
Actually, I take that back. I can see Rakia is a little bit bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking at her moving. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's grimacing a little bit. That leg, the ankle. I guess they wrapped it up really good, but I can tell she ain't 100%. She a trooper though. She don't get out there.
Now,
Aerial
Kelsey Plum talking about
powers.
she wanted to be a 1. All right, baby, go ahead and be that 1. There you go. Yo, she did the same corny move when she go in there. She cross over and then go left and go right and hit it off the glass. Come on, man.
I will
Nice
say I said this
catch.
before. This Ariel Powers, this new player, the newest player
Mhm.
for Indiana. I love her effort. Some of her decision making is questionable, but her
Yeah.
effort from the first game that she's been in, like she gives like 200%.
Oh my God. They just let Kelsey Mitchell do whatever she want to do.
Shoot. Natasha Howard got to get more active. These past 2 games, she hasn't been as active as she was before.
Plum is on fire.
And she needs to be the whole entire game if they want to win. She can't be quiet like she was last game.
Yeah, no. That's facts. That's facts right there. Let me see.
Natasha Howard said she wanted to be in the MVP conversation. Girl, you gotta come on now.
Natasha Howard said what?
At the beginning of the season, she was saying she wanted to be in an MVP conversation. Like that was
You
like
know what?
one of her goals.
I think she scrapped her goals.
Hey, what's up, Reese? Yeah, Caitlin's here at the game. She's not playing now, but she's at the game. I see her on the side. I saw her standing up. I see her sitting down.
She's the mascot of hope, making everybody coming back. Your girl is there.
I think she'll be back in the playoffs. But I don't think it's here before that, and you shouldn't. These girls out here playing aggressive. They're playing hard. They're trying to get them, secure a playoff spot. Don't put her back out there. She ain't 100%.
Yeah,
they're gonna be running her over. They're running each other over already. So
yeah, they playing too hard for Reese.
Lexi got 2 black eyes. I'm like, don't put her back out there. She ain't ready.
They exactly. They playing too hard for
Yeah, don't put her back out there right now
Clark.
before she really hurt her groin or whatever's going on. And also conditioning too, because she's been playing a while.
She got them Juan Epstein doctor notes. For those who know who Juan Epstein is, if you don't know now, you know.
Oh, but I don't know. I could tell. Look at Rakia's face. She's not 100%. She looks like she's uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
Like in her face, it's like in her energy. But she out there. She's still giving what she can give. I appreciate it.
Oh, they ready to rumble.
Come on, camera girl, with your big self. Give me some. Kim's like a tall Barbie. Who's that on their face? Get up. Come on, Kelsey, get up.
These girls, all people want to do is shoot these threes.
I got you. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope the Spike Lee, they show the Spike Lee highest to the lowest.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. Come on up, Kelsey. I'm not there yet. Right now, I still got the game going.
Good. I pray this movie is good.
Yeah, I'm not interested. It don't look good to me.
Yeah, I know. Don't it look questionable?
I love me some Denzel. I love the partnership with him and Spike Lee, but the trailer does not interest me in the slightest. I'm like, no, I'm okay.
It has B-rated movie all over it, doesn't it?
No, I'm just like,
Yeah. A little too facetious, little too, airy in the middle of yeah.
I'm always down to watch Denzel. I'm just like, I don't like this. But I'm glad ASAP Rocky's doing something different.
Yeah.
All right, halftime. It's officially halftime on my screen, y'all.
Oh yeah, it's halftime, yeah.
All right, you guys, it's halftime. Indiana looks like it's down by 3, 47-44.
Oh my God. Oh. Woo!
The Sparks really, if they want to keep this lead and extend it, coming out of halftime, they're going to have to play some better defense. Right now, Indiana's having too much fun and too much freedom in the paint. they're not even really shooting too many threes tonight. A lot of their points just like layups, and they're unable to stop any of them. Be it Kelsey, who's smaller, Leah Boston, who's bigger, Ariel Powers is fighting her way through there. Odyssey Sims a few times around the perimeter, but most of their points have come in there, so they gotta figure something out. They want to win this game.
Yeah, Boston and Mitchell both got 12 points. Sims got 10, and that's pretty much it for the Powers got 6. But if you look on the Sparks side, the Sparks Plum got up to 12, but here's the problem: Hamby and Burrell, they had 7 at one point. They still got 7, but Stevens and Jackson both got 8. Now, so as I said, they working that ball around, but to me, they have to be more efficient in their scoring. People have to learn how to take those 2-pointers sometimes. You have to go in and make them layups. Stop playing around with that 3-point line. And not that they shot too many threes tonight, but
Indiana, they're good at that. Their coach, she's good at keeping players. This is a good show. If you guys watch House of David, they're showing a commercial right now. I have like 2 more episodes to watch from the season, but it's actually really good if you guys are into that kind of thing. But Coach Stephanie White, she she's like, her defensive plans are usually effective, and I feel like right now, like the plan is to make sure she's keeping the Sparks out of the paint. Like they're forced to kind of rush their shots and shoot around the perimeter, shoot from the perimeter. And then you have Kelsey Plum can do that, of course. So can Rikia. But it's not always effective. Sometimes you need to get in there and just get a layup.
Yeah. I hate they halftime lineup. The people, they always reminding the dude that he's not one of them.
How they doing that?
Now, some of their verbiage, some things they say to him sometimes. They take little shots at him, but it could just be like an inside joke with them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like just playing around with each other, like something that we don't even understand. But it is what it is. But I see they put more time into some of these sets than they do in their advertising. I'll tell you that much.
I think the Sparks need this win more so than Indiana, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, they're at 17 wins and Fever at 20. So they gotta, like I said, right now they're like right on the outside. And they lose, another game. I think the Mystics might pass them if they lose this game.
Yeah.
And they'll fall back to 10. So yeah, it's important they win. I mean, both teams obviously need this win, but the fact they're trying to get in the playoffs, like they gotta get in there.
Very interesting game, man.
Yeah, Indiana's defense is it's their defense.
Very interesting. Yeah,
I think Indiana. I noticed like well, sometimes in the first half, like their defense is on. And then I think they play so hard in that first half defensively, and then a lot of them also play offense. They're a lot of two-way players. I feel like in the second half, especially like around like the halfway to the third quarter, they start to like kind of get tired, and then they start having lapses in defense.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see if they keep this up.
Yeah, I think
Chicago plays Seattle again. Like I think tomorrow.
But the great thing about a lot of these teams, a lot of these ladies are young. Cause like tonight they were. I was watching some of the Dallas game, and they was like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm sorry, the center who got locked up in pressure."
Hold on. Indiana's also shooting more, 19 of 44 in terms of field goals. LA 16 of 29. LA has more threes. They have 7. That's the Indiana. Like I said, in the paint more. They have only 2. Rebounds are a big, big thing. You have to rebound. I forgot what game we were watching a few days ago. I forgot who it was. And one team had like 27 rebounds. The other team had like 4. for the whole entire game. Like that cannot happen. Like you have to
They had
rebound.
4.
I forgot what game we're watching. It'll come to me. It'll come to me in a second.
Wow.
One team that was that I was like that cannot happen. You can't be out rebounded like that. Like that's a
Yeah.
huge difference, like a huge margin. Like that can't happen if you want to win a game. You gotta get those rebounds, second chance opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. But see,
Alicia Bray.
something I noticed tonight in the with the Spark when I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, there's nowhere in the world that you have 3 and 4 people who don't know how to box out. That's a coaching issue. That's all coaching, and it's sorry to me. And I'm like, yo, it's just certain things that it just frustrates me because these are things that people do on the playground. You get what I'm saying? Like I can go to the playground and see people box out, and for you not to box out, it lets me know that either you're not pushing people to box out, or I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. I can't even articulate it. It's frustrating because it's basketball. I mean, that's what basketball is. It's like, hey, you box out, you get your rebound, you either advance the ball, or get it to your point. I mean, what's going? Mm-mm. Simple, simple, simple. Mm. Mm. Dude,
What is that?
I'm sorry. I was grabbing the water out of the water.
Wow.
You know what? Oh man.
I want to ask you. I don't know
Sure.
if you saw it. They were talking about Ryan Howard. You know, she plays for Atlanta. And that game was so close between them and the Atlanta Dream, like 2-3 days ago now, maybe 3 days ago
Uh-huh.
today. And what's up, Tulip? How you doing, girl?
Tulip.
They maybe I'm glad you're here. I'm asking your opinion too, since you just hopped in this chat. Ryan Howard, like in their post game interview, she called out the fans because she kind of felt like the fans were like chanting MVP for Asia Wilson, like super loud, right? And obviously
Yeah.
they were in Atlanta, and she was like, like when fans do that, like it kind of takes the momentum out of the game. People were like, "How dare you blame fans for the fact that you guys lost?" Now, Ron Howard,
Yeah.
like she was knocking down some threes, like no, like they missed, some key rebounds and things of that nature late in the game that kind of sealed it. But I think with like a minute left, it was like a 3-point game, which was like really close. Then of course they had the foul and everything else. But the MVP chance was so loud for Asia Wilson in that game. She was like, like you're here, obviously, like you're our fans and you're cheering for the opponent, like it takes us out of it. And everybody's like, not everybody, people are like, well, people do that, like people cheer for
Yeah.
other teams. Like it's your job to still obviously stay focused and win. So I wanted to ask you, and of course, Tulip in this chat, like, what do y'all think about that? Do you agree with what she said, or you like, girl, play better? How do you feel about it?
Here we go. I agree in principle, but this is what she forgets. Women stick together. So when they see a woman who's doing something great and they see who Asia is and all that she's going through, they're going to cheer her on because she's Asia Wilson. She got a couple of chips under her belt. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just like the star power of her. You know what I mean? It's her star power. Women stick together. And I guarantee you, it probably was more women cheering than men.
At these games, there's also gonna be a little bit more women than men at these WNBA games. Somebody in the comments said they were at that game live in real time, and they were like a lot of the fans actually came from South Carolina to actually watch her play. The South Carolina crowd, they were saying, travels to see Asia, because they're big fans of her, obviously, and because she was so dominant in that game. She had like taken over that game pretty much with her performance. You couldn't help but to chant like MVP. But I do agree with you. Too. I don't think she said anything wild, of course, no. But they just kind of felt like she wasn't taking accountability, and putting it on the fans as to why they lost. And it's like, no, you lost because you just lost. And like, don't put it on the fans not cheering for you.
Oh yeah, from that perspective, yeah, you can't you can't blame the fan. It can be frustrating, but you can't blame them for you losing.
I
Yeah.
think your point. I get where Ryan's coming from, but at the same time, you can't dictate the crowd. New fans support players, not teams as much. I feel like a lot nowadays. I feel like people are fans more of individuals than actual teams anyway. Nowadays,
Hmm.
across the board, not just like I know basketball, also football, and other sports, hockey, and if you watch golf, because I do a little because I bet on golf sometimes. So that's how I learned from golf players, you guys. So yeah.
Mrs. FanDuel.
My son, he called me early. He was like, "Can we bet on the Ohio State and Texas game for tomorrow?"
So you'll be shaking dice in her sleep.
Because Arch Manning is making his QB
Mm.
college debut tomorrow. He is
Sorry.
a favorite for the Heisman already. Y'all gotta let that young man play. Let him play.
It says now, watch. He gonna get the never mind. You already know what's gonna happen with Archie Manning.
I'm like, let him play. Like, I will say, the fact that he chose to sit out, last year,
Mhm.
and be the backup QB when obviously that last name, he could have gone to a different school and would have been able to start already. But I commend him for like taking his time in Washington, deciding to wait because he didn't have to. Like, with that last name, he could have just moved on and got that starting QB position someplace else.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna tell you right now. This is where economics come in. Economics and influence. It affords you that. Like this is who I am. Don't get me wrong. If I was him, I wouldn't have done it. But I'm just saying.
Even the way that you said, like
No,
you
I
went
wouldn't have
someplace
waited.
else.
No, I would have went somewhere else. That's how I am. I'm like, yo, I got a ball. But it affords him that. Everybody's going to be on his side. He can sit out. The money's there. No one's going to deny him certain things. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's
my
going to work.
son said he got up to 10 million this year in NIL deals.
He got up to 10 million.
Look, college is NIL has completely changed the landscape of college. As we know, you have people
Yeah,
who are staying in college on purpose because like they're making more in college than they will in these rookie deals. It's crazy how much it's changed. I think people have to also realize that. So when the kids are coming for these meetings, they're not coming with the same "Hi, I really want an opportunity" kind of vibe. Like
yeah,
they're like, I own my
exactly.
own house. I got 2 cars already. Like, I got paid $5 million for college. Like, what can you do for me? Like, the vibe and the conversation is so different. The way they carry themselves. Like, we're not begging for money anymore. Like I already bought
Yeah,
my house. I already got her house. I already got my own house. So like, it's different.
exactly.
They're not as humble as they once were. I feel like that's part of the reason I think also sometimes you can't really tell like who's there, like just because of the money, but because they really have the love and the passion for the game. I
Yeah,
know. Go ahead.
people don't understand that even with Angel. I remember when Angel was in college, they was like, well, they didn't understand her IG page and how companies were sending her clothes to model for them, and she was
Mhm.
making money hand over fist. She was making I think they would say she was making 1.7 a year, something close to that. And it's like, come
Maybe.
on now, making major money, and that's why she was like, oh, she said that the salary was like a cherry on top of everything that she had, and everybody's, oh, she can't afford her apartment because I was like, that's
I
a
mean, it
stop.
was obvious if you listen to her, not just like read the statement. When you actually listen to her say it, like she was,
Yeah,
wasn't being serious. Like she can pay
exactly,
her bills. Like I mean, come on, y'all.
exactly.
She was saying
That
she was saying WNBA salary isn't enough to pay her bills, like alone. But
exactly
she's good, like because she has other endorsements, of course.
making that money.
Yeah, I remember people. I saw a lot of comments like, "Oh, be humble," like don't brag. There's somebody who's making less than 72,000 or 76,000. People take things
I,
where they want to take it.
I'm so tired of like common people keep acting like these basketball players and these sports people are supposed to act like they're broke or act like they're, you know, you know how much
I mean,
money I spent on that?
it was a joke, So I didn't take it that way anyway. Um, but
But that goes on all
I
around.
do I do understand that. No, I understand. The balance between being like, I guess, confident and then being humble at the same time. Not talking about Angel. I'm just saying like in general.
Yeah, general, you're talking about, yeah, you're speaking in general terms. Yeah, no, I understand that too. I think we should be. I don't think that like every conversation is not for every circle. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
So yes, but so I understand that, but some people have to get over. Like people go to the Super Bowl. I mortgaged my house. I'm like, dog, that was your decision, man.
To go to Super Bowl?
Yeah, a lot of people in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, a lot.
Wow.
That was common. Yeah.
So then now what happens to your house?
Well, you just be paying and paying that loan off.
So that don't even make sense. God forbid you lose your job or something happened. You went to the Super Bowl, but you're gonna be outside homeless or back at your mom's house
I
or
don't
something. That's crazy.
I don't know how it pays off. Either way, you got to pay it back. Either way, you debt. You know
Yeah, I
what
mean,
I mean?
I wouldn't mortgage my house though. It's like I know for sure, like if you got to do all that, maybe you should just watch it on at home. I'm like,
Yo, you should hear some of the stories coming out of South Philly, man. You, it's sickening. It really is. It
we
is
were gonna go
sickening.
to the parade, but I was like, people are crazy. Let me just stay my behind here in New York.
No, no, I didn't go to the Eagles parade either. I didn't go.
I was like, folks, it's crazy. I ain't gonna do it. We're just gonna stay here. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Uh-uh.
Those Super Bowl rings are beautiful.
Oh man.
I mean, the way it opens up and the wings come out, I was like, who designed this?
A jeweler who won a second chance.
I was like, the ring is beautiful, really. And the way they had it, in the ceremony, the way it was spinning. And did you watch the ceremony when they got their
Yeah,
ring, the ring ceremony? I was like, this is nice, my nice.
yeah.
Stephanie, leave the ref alone. Stop bothering him. I couldn't be a ref. I would start calling fouls for the hell of it. Like, stop bothering me. Go sit down.
All right, all right. Here come. She's
Lexi out there. She could have covered them that black eye
she
with the makeup though. I'm like, girl.
she let Aaliyah just go straight down like it wasn't. Are you? I bragged on this girl too soon.
All right, third quarter, y'all. Back in the third quarter.
Hamby got to stop. Hamby really has to stop. Are you near the U.S. Open?
I'm not too far from it. On a train.
Somewhere? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's in Queens.
but Eddie Murphy and no, go ahead. Hmm. Listen,
They're getting too many easy just paint points. They gotta like tighten something up, figure something out. They should do that at halftime. I don't see anything different. Uh-oh. Turnover.
hmm. I'm looking at this defense. They
Their
rocking with
defense,
man to man.
their defense been problematic.
They rocking with man to man tonight.
But Leah Boston is just having too much fun in the paint. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
You see
Like,
her take
where's
Hamby right down
Cameron?
the middle?
Where's Cameron Brink? Like, come on.
Yo, she got to get her strength up, man. This is different right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need to put Cameron back in this game. And they need somebody to block some shots because I mean they can't stop it no other way.
I guess she had to let them eyes breathe. That's why she didn't got nothing over them. This girl done missed 2 layups in a row. Hammy.
All this space. Come on, y'all gotta move.
Indiana done took the lead, 50-49. Jesus. Mm-mm-mm.
Somebody got to get more active and start taking over.
This don't make any sense. This
I'm
is
here.
horrible.
I'm here for Kelsey Plum wanting to be number one option on the team, but something got to change for that to happen. For me, I don't number one option on a team or championship contending team. You gotta also play better defense. I know they're gonna be all over YouTube talking about Lexi's face. Look at what Gabby Williams did to her face.
Joy Taylor responded to my post on her line.
On her who?
On her line. She has on her Facebook page.
Oh, okay. That's the line you're talking about, her Facebook page?
Well, when I say a line, I'm talking about comments when I say her line.
Oh, okay.
Joy. You know, I'm gonna take up for my sisters. Bow, bow. You know who I always like when he's starting to get on my nerves? Cam Newton.
Why? What did Cam do?
Huh?
Why? What did he do?
I understand. I understand this is all a lot of, this is entertainment. It really is, But sometimes when he having people on the show.
What did he do? What did he say?
I'm just telling you why first. He just says stuff that I know he don't mean because it'd be something completely different by the next show. And so and people are catching on to him and starting to like saying, well, why would you say X, Y, and Z? I don't know, he just do too much shock value.
So what did he say?
Well, it's a Merida thing. I can't really put my. I can't.
He brought it up, so I'm going to assume he said something today, yesterday. You heard that made you say this.
All right, so and this last, we was talking to Joy last. The last interview I've seen of his.
Mm-hmm. I was remembering he was on First Take. Okay, but go ahead.
No. And by the way, he just got a new contract with ESPN too.
I figured he would. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but on one line,
did he say on Joy thing? I saw the interview, but what about it?
One day on his line, he's saying, he's laughing at Joy Taylor, said, you guys think y'all know everything. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. The next minute, he's calling her a genius. And that's so when I say something, that's what I mean in that sense. Like, if you really feel that way, just address it. You already said it. It's not like you said it in the corner. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's stuff like that. It's double-minded. It's sort of like what's my boy name? Colin Cowherd. Every 5 minutes he's changing his stance on things. And I'm like,
what did he change his stance on as it pertains to Joy?
Well, 1 minute he's saying that she don't know what the heck she's talking about, and she don't know football when it comes to him, when it comes to a game changer. And then the next minute he's saying that she's a genius. You know what I mean?
I never heard him say it about Joy.
Huh?
I never said it about Joy.
Oh, look it up. It's right on this line.
Okay.
Because he laughed. Matter of fact, he laughed when they both got fired. Well, they all got fired. They act like Joy and them got fired by themselves. It's like a whole slew of people that got fired. But he had Acho's picture up and Joy picture up at the same time. Dragging him. Yeah. And then when she on the show, it's all rainbows and giggles.
Yeah, I gotta look at that and see that.
Yeah.
Ice Spice?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oops. I just don't. Mm. I don't even know what. Okay, what you gonna do with it? Nothing. Nothing. Yo, I'm starting to think Hamby's a bum.
I want to see. Now she's far from a bum. Um, I'm curious. I'm gonna see Minnesota versus the Aces on Thursday. That should be good.
Yo, if I'm gonna tell you something about basketball or any sports. If you're a chump, you're a bum. You can't be a chump. You can't be a chump.
I don't think she is that though. We talking about De'Erica Henry.
Yo, she is scared. Yo, I seen her tonight so far below 3 layups. 3 layups. When somebody was on her, letting Aaliyah Boston block her shot, where she could have clearly, and she was shooting with her opposite, her left hand, and Aaliyah was on her right. How she block your shot?
Yeah, she's not having a good night. That's for sure. I've seen better from her.
Yeah, I hope so. I thought
That's for sure.
she was something, and this that fast, man.
Yeah, she's not having a good night.
Now
It
number 12,
happens.
she got lost. Let me see who this is.
It happens.
Oh yeah, no, oh definitely. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that does happen. Yeah, but
I probably put Karen back in this game. Come on, girls. Let's start blocking some shots, girl.
her name is Burrell.
See, she boxed out. She just boxed out Natasha Howard just now.
I think Aaliyah Boston's got caught for a fifth foul.
But how many fouls?
No, oh no, a foul.
Oh, she said her fifth foul. I'm like, fifth?
No, I didn't say fifth. I said no. I didn't say
Oh,
that.
I was like, oh my God. Burrell said, I'm get in this pain with be it voluntarily, involuntarily.
I don't see how Rakia wear them Johns. Hey, she must got a cool pack under that John. Cause she got her finger under there scratching that head. She like, woo, Lord, air. Give me air.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need some junk food. I gotta order me some junk food. Let's go order me some.
Who it is? Who it is? All right, I see Ariel's back in this game.
The beat is hot. Feed the fly.
Ready,
That
ready,
number.
Milky Way. What's up? What's up?
We the crop, so you need to take heat to the seed to drop. Mm.
Yeah, no. What's up? Hi again, Tulip. Don't be coming on here and just saying hi to Tulip now, okay? Say hi to everybody. Don't be leaving us out. 54-52, third quarter. About 3 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh, that gonna look better now. Let's clean my lens off.
Mm-mm.
Oh, look at Burrell. She got a little spark. I like that. Can't be no chump.
Tasha Howard got the heat and pack on the back.
Well,
They
no.
could have given Caitlin more than another State Farm commercial. I mean, come on. Hello. See, there we go. How art thou?
Who was that?
Greetings and greetings. What? Could somebody check the score, please, for Colorado, and Georgia Tech? What is the score? Because I can't see it from here. Darn it! Gosh darn it!
Uh,
Coach Clark.
okay. It is 29 seconds left. They're losing by 7. 20, and they have the ball.
Who's losing? Colorado?
Yep.
What's the score? 29, what, 22?
20 to 27.
Ah, man. When you force 3 turnovers, you gotta get something on that. Right now, I have 54-52, y'all. About 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this third quarter. Indiana has the ball. Kelsey Mitchell is a little bit off tonight with her 3-point shooting.
Yeah,
She's
that's what I'm saying. She was.
she's
Go ahead, I'm
really
sorry.
taking too many threes, even in this game. I think that might have been part of the game plan. Like, we're gonna focus on scoring in the paint. We're gonna limit the threes. 'Cause they're not really taking a lot of threes tonight compared to what they usually take.
You know that girl got hands like open windows. Why would you throw her the ball?
I don't understand why nobody set up a screen for Kelsey. Like, why are you working so hard trying to get in there to the paint? Just throw that up, trying to get a foul. That's so annoying to me.
Yo.
Ariel just had about 10 minutes to get that shot. Nobody even bothered to put an arm up.
Yo, somebody kid this girl.
I mean, they didn't even bother. She just stood right there, took an extra step, extra dribble. No kind of defense.
NBA fans are in agreement on Doris. Yeah, get rid of
What's
Doris.
what's going on? You reading out? What you reading? Articles and stuff on this live? Come on, Burrell.
Yo.
There you go, Dale. Give me a rebound. All right, I'll take that. I wonder if she still got her lawsuit against the Aces going, or what happened with that?
Who had a lawsuit with the Aces?
De'Erica Hamby. But she used to be there. She said they got rid of her because when they found she was pregnant.
Right. Oh, that's her?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened. I haven't heard anything about it. Oh, you overthrew that. She remind me every time I see her, I'm like, Pete Davidson. I swear they could be cousins, y'all. And I don't mean that just in a disrespectful manner either.
If you see it can't be nothing but disrespect if you tell me I look like Pete Davidson.
No, I don't think she's ugly, and I think her son looks just like her. But maybe it's like, I don't know, like the lips or something like that. Like they could be cousins, legit.
Yeah.
Look, Pete Davidson bad Kim Kardashian. Okay, so he ain't that bad looking.
So did Ray J.
Ray J's not ugly though. Now you may not like him as a person, but his face is not ugly.
Yeah. All right.
Cameron's so cute. Ariel, girl, if you come back with these braids next game. I feel like Cameron used to play volleyball back in the day. She gave volleyball player vibes.
Yo, is Reese on the line?
Who on the line?
Is Reese on here tonight? Reese.
He was earlier. I don't know if he's still on here.
Cause I'm just looking at how these girls are all like grabbing at each other. I'm like, I just want to know what he see tonight. You know what I mean? Like, what do
he made it clear he's not watching without Caitlin. And I think to his point, for him, he's like, it's not that they don't like grab each other, it's that she's just grabbed harder and more often.
Oh my God. You know, I can't.
than anybody else. I think also because last season they did the stat. I think she had, I think what was the percentage of fouls? Was it 27% alone on Caitlin Clark? How many times she had been fouled? I don't remember the percentage. But I believe last season, because this season she hasn't really played, the amount of fouls on her alone was higher than I think at least halfway compared to the rest of the league.
But but this is the thing that get me with them when people face it. Oh.
I gotta go back and look at the actual number. Oh, what happened? You dropped your Pepsi? That's because they called the fouls on her. Some of these passes are very questionable. Some of these fouls look mad questionable, y'all.
Thanks, guy.
All right. I'm gonna call you Red for short. Red said that's because they call the fouls on her.
Are you talking about for who? Who is he referring
We're talking about
to?
Cece and the fouls and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, the reason why Cece was fouled more because Cece can't remember. See, everybody get amnesia. What was she doing? She kept dribbling the ball into double coverage. They will always stop her as soon as she get across the half court point. So therefore, she either get she'll either get chopped or hit or try to force her way through double coverage. And that's why she had some high turnover rate too.
Mm-hmm.
And the fouls. So when you see she's so highly intelligent. How can you call someone highly intelligent when you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result? Come on, man.
I think to Caitlin's point, I think she had been doing what she's been doing for so long. A lot of it, I think, is forced a habit. Before Stephanie White, I don't think she really had a coach that really try to take her off the ball and kind of force her, or at least try to get her to do something different. So, at this level, and they're not going to do, I think I sent you a link with her in college, they're not college, I mean, high school. They're not going to let her hit 17 threes, that's not going to happen. And in college, obviously it was different as well, the coverage in college, this level, ladies are way more aggressive, they're bigger, some of them are strong, even the smaller ones are strong. So they're not just letting her do that anymore. And I think because she's so used to doing certain things, it's just it's forced a habit. She has to work on doing things differently. Otherwise, she's gonna keep running into that double coverage.
Yeah, exactly. But everyone keeps trying to say, but. And listen, if you can shoot, I'm gonna take it away from you. So what do you have to do? You have to find a way to get the ball out of your hands and then start working on a new strength. Whatever that strength is going to be, but it's not going to be you just run down and you just going to pull up and nobody on you. That's not going to happen.
And I think the mistake is that for me, I think Coach White should have had her doing that more in the offseason. Don't wait until the season starts to then have her start, learn how to move without the ball. Because she spent years already, without doing that. So now she has to learn a whole new thing, and trying to do it live in real time in the middle of the season is not conducive for the team winning, especially if you're going to have her on the court and she's kind of lost. Without the ball, I could see her struggling. What do I do? Wait, so I'm you gotta do that in the off season, don't do that when the season starts.
Yeah, and it's hard for her off ball a little bit sometimes because somebody has to set a pick for her because she really doesn't have the speed to break away or the strength without doing that full arm extension push off, and that really doesn't come until she has the ball sometimes. So it's really a learning curve for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much a learning curve. Yeah.
Yeah,
because you're not going to get away with the same things you did in high school and then college, obviously, and then at this level, it's going to be different, of course. So,
but see, and you know what else?
Alyssa Thomas on you're not going to watch you score put up 17 threes. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and college, something else that they did that really hurt them. They didn't pick up any girls who could really ISO and score. They just kept system players with her. And That's why they didn't. Another reason why they didn't win, and you can see they did that deliberately. If you look at their team, and then when it was time for them to need somebody else to score like that, who could do a little ISO or who could handle a ball like that, like for real, because they was all just system girls. They couldn't do it.
Oh, what kind of shot was that? Red said, how would they know she's foul more if they only watch Clark games? Those stats are misleading. I mean, I always say that, and if you want to get a more, well-rounded picture, you have to actually watch all the games.
Cameron Brink.
But a lot of people don't necessarily want to watch all the games. They just watch, the Caitlin Clark games. That's why
That's the only game that counts.
That's why I said, especially now this season with her being out for like almost 30 games now. At this point, she's only played, I believe, in 13, and it's a 44-game season. I really feel like they did themselves a disservice by just focusing on her so much, because now with her out, like, what's you marketing? Who you marketing?
Mm-hmm.
The fans are like, oh, she's not playing. Some people were like, oh, I was watching for Caitlin and Sophie, and now they're both out, so I'm definitely tuned out. I'll be back when one of them are back. So.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, you gotta. This is the league, like not one person. We understand that Caitlin brought a new wave of eyes and revenue and things like that nature. But it still has to keep moving. If you just focus on one person, that person's not playing, then what are you doing? You're doing nothing.
But see, that lets you see right there that people just want that hope. They want that great hope. They want that one person it has nothing really to do with basketball per se. I just want that hope. It's funny, the girl Ostapenko who just told off in tennis, who just told off my girl Taylor Townsend, they were having a discussion about it, some of the tennis greats were. And it come to find out that, they was like, yeah, it's always a couple of girls like that. They did it to Venus Serena, and that was Martina Hingis. I remember Hingis doing stuff like that. Kept saying, it's just like people antagonize, push, and everybody they get behind them. Oh yeah, she's better than her. She's smarter than her. Calling them monkeys and all that other stuff. Because people just want it has nothing to do with the sport. They just want that great hope. As long as you're there.
I'm just talking about the marketing. Like they need to do better. I've been saying that they need to do a better job of marketing. Like Asia still has that fan base. I saw some of the people in the comments when they went to that Aces versus Dream game. They were saying a lot of people there in the crowd had on her A1s. Like had on her sneakers. You only saw like that one commercial from her, with her A1s. I haven't really seen another one since that one. But another commercial. I think I saw one commercial with her and Caitlin Clark, and they only showed that like maybe a small handful of times. I thought it was actually a cool commercial, to be honest with you. I'm just like, like you gotta find another way. If you want to include Caitlin Clark in every commercial because she has the fans, whatever. But no matter what, like there needs to still be better marketing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this league is not going to grow.
Yeah, and they still are having they're still having problems. They're so busy. It's like they can't do two things at once. I'm like, you still could do your advertising. You still can because remember, once it ends, the WNBA doesn't come back to next when did it start? Late April?
I think like late April, like May, somewhere in there, like, yeah.
You know how far away that is?
I mean, Unrivaled, I believe, starts in, was it January? So.
They start, late December, January. Yep, you're right. Yeah, January, you're correct. It is January. My apologies. Yeah, so.
But that didn't really have a lot of viewers, so we'll see. And they got to make sure they should be, getting ready, when the playoffs are coming, but they want to find some time to market that too. Like, you got to market that as well.
Yeah, see, the whole thing about why Unrivaled worked was because they had got the financial backing in order to do what they were doing.
Yeah, they got even more now. I forgot. More people signed on. I think Steph signed on. No, he invested. And who else I read recently that also invested? I can't think of the person's name. It'll come to me. I'm like, oh, they got a lot of nice backing.
They got a lot of stars backing. Yeah.
So I'm just like, let's market. Like, come on.
Yeah, those people who are investing, they got to show up now. Steph got to show his face, and Coco Golf, she already showed her face down there. She's part of it, you know.
Hey,
Um,
Red. Hey, Red. When I say you said, and Red says Unrivaled is still marketing their players. When I say marketing, I mean like right now, like I never really see too many commercials or anything for Unrivaled. Even like last season, like I feel like I think I told you this, Brother D, before. Like I feel like they kind of missed the mark. Like you saw Stewie talking about it. I saw Nafisa Collier like on podcasts like Nightcap when she was talking about Unrivaled, and they did some couple of news segments, things like that, talking about Unrivaled. I know, they're not going to probably market it right now, in between WNBA games, I get to a certain extent. But there's TikTok, there's YouTube, there's so many other ways of marketing nowadays.
yeah,
And I just feel like I know because I watch, we know because we watch, but for those who don't really know about it or don't really care to know about it, how do you get them to want to tune in? Like, how do you pull those viewers in? You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And what's great is that it's already curated a social media following. Like a lot of us who watch the WNBA are on social media. We either doing podcasts or we frequent a podcast.
Mhm.
But that you're right, they're going to have to start getting some of these schools and stuff involved and giving away like tickets and starting to get some of these they have to hit stuff like PAs in school and say, hey, it could be a good school trip for them to go to a game one Friday night or something. You have to start to
I mean,
yeah.
I saw Jimmy Butler there. He had brought his daughter. I saw, I think Dame, his daughter, she's one of his twins, I think she's gonna be a ball player, because I don't think his sons are interested. But
Yeah.
his little girl, she's always with him in the gym and whatnot. I think she's gonna be a ball player for real, for real. But I think I saw him with her and Tina Thompson, I believe, was her godmother. And she was there as well, one of the games. So people do come out, but a lot of the crowd is not really there. If you look at the crowd in between, it wasn't really, full.
And there's not a lot of seats. That's what I'm going to research.
It's
How
small.
many?
It's not really big venues either. Not because they're starting now, so I understand. Like you're not going to go to like the Staples Center right away. But like I said, I
But
think
it's
start to
unusually
market it.
small. Unrivaled gyms are unusually small. They like high schoolish. You know what I mean? But with just better seats.
I mean,
Seriously.
because the logo was cool, like the floor was cool, like the
All the aesthetics are beautiful.
the designs and stuff are pretty cool. I liked it, but I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, but I see what they're doing. I see what they're trying to do, but especially with the 3-on-3 and also the 1-on-1 tournament and all that, that's really great. I love that. But
They broke even and apparently sold out all seats. They didn't look like they sold out all seats. Some because I saw. Like some of these seats, like
nah.
look very empty.
But you know what? I think people buy seats in groups because I know a lot of people who have money that will buy them and don't necessarily fill them up.
Go. Okay.
Yeah, but just looking at it, I'm with you. You can tell half of those seats is empty. But see, if you won't buy tickets, you have to fill those seats up. You have to at least get a perception that people want to be there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, if you bought the tickets or your company did, then find somebody to come.
Exactly. You have to. You have to follow through with that.
I really think it would be cool if some of these ladies actually started dunking. Like, I know it might sound like, not really, but I think it would be cool to see some of them dunk.
I appreciate that score. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, you're fine. So I'm not talking about all the mobs because everybody don't have the capability of dunking. Like that's not something that everybody can do. Even NBA, everybody can't dunk. But I'm just thinking. I mean, like I saw when I was watching a commercial or a clip. It was like a week or so ago, and it was showing, oh, who hit that? Who hit that three? Who was that? Oh, Stevens. I was looking at how packed it was, like in the beginning when WNBA first started, when they had, the original, like players back in the day. And I'm like, what changed from that time till now? Because something shifted where people started becoming less interested. And one thing about those ladies, I don't know if they were dunking or not. I'm not saying that they were, but for some reason, people found them more interesting. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of times now, like these ladies, you know, sometimes like they're flopping all over the place, you know, or you know, looking for fouls, you know, like and women it's always more difficult for women in what you want to call, I guess, quote unquote men's spaces, right? I get the comments on my page, like, oh, go in the kitchen and make a lasagna or whatever have you, right? Like it's already like hard for women to be in quote unquote a man's space. But
Hmm.
for me as a woman, not even being a man, I think it would be cool to see a lady dunk, you know, like I think it would be cool.
Yeah. I don't.
Is your screen frozen? Mine is.
No.
Mine is frozen right now. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's going on. Yeah, but I just I don't
I'm
need for
coming.
them to don't. As I said before, a lot of men, they you know what I feel about a lot of dudes. They like they're sissies, man. You know what I mean?
It's not
A
even
lot of,
about them, though. I think it's part of the reason why. I'm
well,
screwing my TV.
I'm
That's
just
part of the
saying, you
reason why
know.
people when people kind of took to Caitlyn a little bit because they were a lot of people would say, oh, like you know, like because of her ability to shoot from so far out with the three, people actually found that to be entertaining, you know, or more
Mhm.
appealing than watching someone like an Asia Wilson kind of player. Now, me, I want to see somebody play a complete game, but that's just who I am because I like ball, you know, like I don't want to just see some. I want to see somebody play offense and defense. But most people
Yeah,
don't really care about that. You know, they love this. That's why people love Steph Curry, you know, when he shoots them threes. Although Steph obviously can do more than that, but that's part of obviously what his calling card is. And same thing for her. And I think because not too many shoot from that same distance like she can, is part of the
yeah,
reason why, you know, people kind of tuned in for her.
yeah. Oh, most definitely. Yeah, but back then,
Who
I
keep
will
throwing
say
their
that.
passes like that? Like, come on, they keep putting it to the crowd. Go ahead.
I will say that the players, to me, were was much more team oriented and focused. They played more like the college players played. You know what I mean? Back then, maybe because it was
And
just,
and they
you
have
know.
more views too at college than they do here. Like that's something else
Yeah,
too. You know, you know, I don't know. Maybe they did something a little bit different, you know how I saw they were talking they're thinking about doing it for like how basketball has the March Madness thing, you know,
hmm.
at a certain point they were thinking about doing that for college football, you know,
Wow.
like like to make it more exciting, you know, and sometimes you got to try something different to get people's interest. You know, these ladies
Yeah.
have talent, they obviously can ball, but for whatever reason, it's not translating. You know, like, and that's just what it is, you know. So, like, how do you fix that? How do you build on the eyes that you have coming in? And also, like, how do you gain traction for the future, of this league?
Yeah, well, to me, it's really kind of easy, and but a lot of people don't like to go back to the basics of things. And the basic of things is that you have to start getting involved with community. Community is going to be where it's at, and it's going to take a full effort of the players and the owners putting some money in, and to get some of these kids involved, and so families can come out and see. You know, uh, to ask some of the local businesses to start to donate in order for some maybe low income families can come, and I think that that's how you would have to do it. They have to start visiting schools. You have to make basketball interesting again.
But to
Yeah,
me, they've come so far, they shouldn't have to go to that, like visiting schools, like there's so much progress that's been made. And right now there's so many new eyes, younger eyes. Like you see like all the fans who are like clamoring for Caitlin Clark's, autograph. Some of these girls are so freaking young. Like, they're like young ladies, so like, like they're that the fan base is there and it's growing. But I'm just like they're not capitalizing on it. That's why I said I think they need something more exciting. Now everybody's not going to dunk. Everybody's not going to shoot threes from the logo because everybody has a different kind of game. But maybe like I don't know, one time during the year, like play some of the international players. I know we only play them like in Olympics and stuff like that, but what about the international players, at one point, international game versus like the biggest stars in W outside the Olympics,
yeah,
also like games like overseas, like why is there never any games overseas? Like, like you have some players like Camilla, for example. I believe she's a Brazilian. Like, can you not have a game over there, like for the, for people who are, the Brazilian players or things of that nature, the European players, like I'm not saying it has to be every single game, maybe like 1 or 2 games a season, something overseas.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things with that is that we're talking about, of course, everything takes money. It takes more money for them to do that.
I'm not even sure they've been thinking about something like that, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're actually even thinking about that. Like, I could be
no, they're not.
wrong.
No,
But
you're
I'm like,
right. They're not.
have you been looked into doing something like that, or have you
No.
come over here? Maybe I don't know. Like just something
If
different.
if they're not using Facebook and TikTok, they definitely not looking into traveling anywhere. They definitely not looking at that. Only thing they looking at.
What's up, Harvey? Harvey says, who has the better better roster when healthy, Sparks or Fever? Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the Fever, and that's with Caitlin or without. I said it because they play defense.
Mm-hmm.
And like in the Sparks, obviously, they can shoot the ball, but their defense is not where it needs to be. So I'm gonna say Fever for that reason. What about you?
Yeah, I just say, basically it has to be the Fever because the Sparks, some of their bigs, man, they don't know how. Well, maybe it's tonight. They don't know how to make a layup. That's a problem. That's an issue.
Do we have overtime coming? Harvey also says, I think the Sparks should be doing much better. Harvey, the past few times they played the Sparks, obviously the Sparks have had their number, I think. So they came out tonight and did some things differently, starting from the fact that they made sure that they got into the paint a lot more than in previous matchups, When you play somebody several times or a few times, like you know how they move, how they coach, like like who their stars are. Do something different. You can't show up the same exact way if you want to win.
Oh my God. Los Angeles up is
really the Sparks could be winning this game. A lot of overthrown passes, a lot of missed layups, things of that nature. They could be doing better.
They just blew another layup. The same girl. The thing is that she let Kelsey strip her. I would have knocked her in the middle of next week. I really would have.
See what I mean? Like, so right now, I don't know where you at, but I'm like on 3 minutes and 7 seconds right now in this fourth quarter. And then of course they got layup, Sparks, then right back on the opposite side. Fever are fast, like they'll Leah Boston layup, like you're not gonna win the game just trading baskets back and forth. You gotta get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go ping pong. This is not tennis, like
crazy. Excuse me for a minute, Kai. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Jonquel Jones, Harvey, you think she's the best international player? Who's the best? I don't know. I mean, she is the reigning MVP right for the finals, so I guess maybe you might say her. And it's not wrong. I'm trying to think of all the international players that I know like by name, because I might just go with her just because she's like the reigning MVP of the finals, obviously. So I can get with that. All right, so on my screen, y'all don't know where y'all are. My TV seems to be behind tonight. I don't know why. I have like 2 minutes and 28 seconds, and it's 68 Indiana, 70 LA. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of lapses in judgment tonight for the Sparks. Like I said, because they're good offensively, that's why they're still in this game. But when they lock down on defense, I really feel like this team can be like a force to be reckoned with. I was saying earlier, I don't know if you heard me, Harvey. I really feel like this team reminds me of Indiana, the Pacers. Like when they were obviously their calling card was strictly offense, and they were like known for like moving fast and the track meet, and everything. And then like between last season and this season, like they picked up their defense, and it was like offense and defense was on. So I see that in the Sparks in the future, hopefully. Sparks right now, 20-68, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. And of course, they fouled Natasha Howard at the free throw line. And she hit her first one. So went from a 2-point game to now a 1-point game. 70-69. 70-69. Natasha Howard's about to shoot her second free throw, you guys, and I think she's gonna make it. Oh no, she missed it. 1 point game.
Storm.
All right.
Minnesota.
Oh, some of these passes are so dangerous, y'all. I'm like, come on. Okay, De'Erica. All right, 72-69. I got timeout, you guys. Fourth quarter, I have 1 minute and 48 seconds left. De'Erica Ham just had a little layup.
We're finally on the same page.
Yeah, it's a timeout. I could have been actually an and one, truth be told. They just gotta play smart, you know, like, and they really can just close this game out. It's not gonna be a pretty win, but sometimes, you know, it's like that. Sometimes you got them ugly wins. Sometimes it's just ugly.
That's what Coco Golf coach told her. He said, you have to learn how to win ugly.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they always be, you know, a 20-point lead, and you know, and sometimes you gotta scrap it out.
You got that right. Junkyard dog it.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Sparks, in spite of, you know, their lapses in defense, and like it's been like just some poor passes, overthrown passes, wide open missed layups. They really could be up by like a good 15 points by now.
Wow.
Really and truly.
Let them score. Jesus. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. 1 point game.
Okay, so you ahead. So you know, so
Oh,
you like 30 seconds ahead of me. Like,
don't
how
let
I
her
get to
shoot that. God!
like how
Again.
can I catch up before you call everything out?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much. But I just said, you know, they gotta, like, you know, be smart, you know, like you're not up by that much.
Jesus. Why Caitlin got her arms wrapped around her waist like that? Where's she hide?
Uh-oh. Because I got 74-71 right now on my screen. 55 seconds and counting. Why would you let Odyssey Sims just shoot that just wide open three? Just wide open. Just wide open. Like I said, lapses in judgment. I mean, come on now. That's just common sense. You like up by like 3 points. Like, you know, I mean, like one or 2 points. Like, you can't just watch somebody who can shoot threes, just shoot them. Like,
Whew. This game right here. Who you want to beat? You want the Fever to beat? Kai?
I don't have a dog in this fight. But I do like I like Rakia Jackson. I like Cameron Brink. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
look, man, the best team win. I always say that. You want to win, you show up.
So yeah, that's true. That's true.
Show up and play smart. They gotta play the Valkyries on Sunday. They gotta play Phoenix again. Chicago should be an easy win, truth be told. They got Washington, and then they have the Lynx again. So, with the exception of the Chicago game, they got some tough games coming up.
Yeah.
If I'm the Fever, I want to win this game because this is a very winnable game.
Yeah.
So, I want to get this win before I got to face some of the tougher teams.
Man, oh man. I need sugar my.
Oh, clean up. Oh, that should be a foul. Oh, come on. See what I'm saying? Like, you got people on the floor, people stepping on top of each other. Like somebody, sometimes the refs to me are like just crazy. I'm like, somebody's gonna get seriously hurt. Should have been blew that whistle.
Yeah. Didn't it look like somebody was gonna get stepped on?
It's a free throw, girl. Oh my god! I'm about to say she missed both.
She looked like that alien from.
Don't foul. Oh, Kelsey, girl, rebound. See that? Come on, y'all got to rebound in times like this.
They don't box out.
You got to rebound. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. Like you got to rebound. Keep possessions alive. Like, come on. Odyssey Sims is in her bag.
Oh.
Like, how was everybody like just watched her put that shot up? It wasn't nobody put their hands up. Like, nobody hand was up. De'Erica, Stevens, Rakia. I mean, everybody stood there and looked at it as it went in. Like, just watch it go in.
Now,
I
where
know
you
what's
at
going on,
now?
so don't tell me.
Where you at? No, I'm saying where you at?
You 30 seconds ahead of me, so you way ahead. You've been ahead this whole time.
Get my ice cream.
Come on. Come on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Where's the help at? Like, where is the help? They just like running into traffic. They got like multiple hands just all over the place. Nobody's setting the screen.
It's very problematic. It really is.
Like, I mean, come on now. Well, this was a winnable game, actually, for both, truth be told. But
Yeah, the good thing nobody didn't get blown out. You know what I mean?
but 22 turnovers and this game is that close is also a little bit, depending on how you look at it. I'm like, 22 turnovers. And for this to be a 1-point game, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, what's that? What's that?
That's right.
Oh my God, what are they doing? What's going on?
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Kelsey just missed a foul shot.
She missed it?
Yeah, she missed one. Yeah.
She got free throws in the regulation and missed it?
Yeah, she missed both of them.
Wow. Wow.
But I don't know if they call in the game. They're gonna put more time on the clock.
How do but that's you could have won this game with that. That's crazy.
What you? Uh-oh.
Now you get an opportunity and you miss both.
Mhm.
Look at Caitlin face on the sideline. At least she's still involved, I guess, somewhat. Yeah, you way ahead of me because right now.
Now they gotta snatch her off the. See, here we go with this dumb shit.
He's talking about Kelsey Mitchell. You're talking about Kelsey Plum.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean, you say Kelsey. I was talking about Kelsey Plum.
Oh. No, yeah, Mitchell. She missed both of those.
22 turnovers when you have to when you're trying to get a playoff spot is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like that cannot happen if you're trying to get to the playoffs. This is like every game, they need every single win they can get.
I want to hear Alice's voice real fast.
What's going on now? It says final, but what's happening? I'm so confused. Oh, point 1 second?
Yeah, 0.1 second on the clock. Yeah.
Yo, these refs are helping them out. Real talk, because this game should have been over. These refs are giving the Sparks every chance, like, to win this game.
Yeah.
Real, like, and I got to be honest. I'm like, come on now.
It was no 0.1 second left for nothing.
I mean, like, come on. By the time you inbound, that's it. Kayla, why are you on the court talking to the ref? Come on now, go sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you talking for? Like, you want y'all team won. Like, shush, shush.
She always doing the most because she want to be seen.
I'm like, I'm glad at least she's smiling because she hasn't been smiling in a while. Homegirl, like she was depressed.
It's
Yep,
cold.
it's between them and Seattle. Yeah. So yeah, they gotta
Mm.
they really have to they got some tough battles coming up. So like I said, they should have won this game. You know, because
Mm.
it's not gonna be as easy when you play the Mercury again, when you play the Lynx again.
Sure enough.
Look at the schedule, really and truly, like the games that the only game they really should win, like, is the one against Chicago. You know, just because Chicago is a complete hot ghetto ratchet mess. Um,
Mhm.
what was the final score for Colorado and Georgia Tech?
Let's see here. Colorado. There we go. Uh, same 20 to 27.
They should have won that game. When you force in football, when you force three turnovers, three in
Yeah.
football, and you get a chance to get a touchdown, something. I mean, whew,
You at
man.
least got to get a field goal out of it.
Yeah, you should at least get one touchdown with three turnovers.
Yeah.
With three, you should have got at least one touchdown off of that, or two field goals, something like something.
You
All
got
right,
to
you
get
guys,
that.
but this game is over. They lost. Sparks lost this game by like 1 point. The final score was 76-75.
Amen.
This was a game that obviously they both needed. You know, Fever needed because they have, you know, the last like last 5 games they have going to be really tough matchups, and you know they're like right there at the bottom in terms of getting the playoffs. So one or too many losses, you know, that this could be the make or break their season. You know, it could be over, or they could see them in the playoffs. I fully expect them to be in the playoffs. I said it a while ago, because this is a business. You know,
Yeah.
and people, the fans, you know, like they're hoping to see Caitlin Clark, you know, in the playoffs. You know, so yeah, for that reason alone, you know, they're gonna. I'm not worried they're gonna get in the playoffs at all. I bet it's like a month ago. In terms of the Sparks, they're like right there at the bottom with the Mystics and of course the Valkyries. And I think the Valkyries are gonna get in too, if I'm being honest with you. Because Seattle's looking really, really suspect as of lately. I don't know what happened with that team. They have all
Mhm.
the veteran talent in the world. But right now it's not clicking for whatever the reasons are. I really don't know what happened. NECA cannot be the only one carrying his team. Skylar Diggins, you know, she got to be a little bit more consistent as of late. You know, I'm all for her feistiness, but she got to be more
Yeah.
consistent. Otherwise, you know, if it's not helping us win games, then like it's like when they play the Fever, like Fever do whatever they want to do with them when they play them every single time. Like I've never seen anything like it. You know, like they have way more vets on that team, you know, championship winners, and it's like you really can't tell when they play the Fever. Um, but you know, for the Sparks, they really have to clean up. You know, 22 turnovers in a must-win game, and we're trying to get into the playoffs. That cannot happen. And it kept happening. A lot of the layups that kept missing. You know, the defense lapse in judgment. I mean, they could have won this game really and truly. But letting Odyssey Sims, you know, shoot, you know, key threes and key moments. Nobody even bought to put a hand up. I mean, they even try to put a hand up. You know, like it's just like, let me just watch her shoot it. Okay. Did it go in? Yeah, we did. Okay. You know,
Exactly.
like you can't do that if you want to win a game. So they gotta, I don't know, they gotta go back to the drawing board and figure something out. Because, like I said, it's for them to have 22 turnovers and to lose by one. I don't know if that says more about them or about the Fever. You got 22 turnovers. You shouldn't be beating nobody by 1 point. I will have to be honest with you. You know,
Yeah.
you should at least been ahead by like 10 points, if I'm being honest. But it just goes to show that their defense is, you know, the problem. You know, if they were stronger defensively, or you know, like, or made at least 2 of them layups that they missed, because they missed a lot tonight, they would have won this game.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about this game before we got out of here?
Oh, well, basically, I just think that LA is just too sloppy. They were too sloppy, and my girl Kelsey Plum says she wanted to be a one, and she proved tonight that a one is a consistent person, whether they're a one making a lot of points or they're going to find a different way to be effective. And to me, she didn't find another way to be effective. So there you have it. You know, that's what I think about it. What is the Terminal List
Look,
about? You about to watch
look,
that
I'm going the who?
Terminal List?
I was just talking about that. I said they have a spinoff, The Dark Wolf. I was just saying that.
Yeah, yeah, I
You
know.
put that
That's what
on,
made
yeah,
me turn to it. I never
yeah.
seen it before. That's why I was asking you.
Tunnel List is
Like,
awesome. If you're like me, like you like action stuff and
yeah,
mysteries and stuff like that, like you like shooter type films. Like if you guys don't know, a little bit of tip about me. Like I love like action, but like my favorite genre, like I love fantasy. Like I'm a Lord of the Rings freak. I love me some
mhm.
Lord of the Rings. I will watch those films over and over. Like the acting is top notch. The costumes, the hair, makeup, just everything. New Zealand on my bucket list. I absolutely love everything about it. So I'm one of those, you guys. I'm going across my YouTube right now and I see Jason Whitlock with Angel Reese, and the picture says "Shut up and dribble," right? On the photo. And then the title of the video says Angel Reese redefines useless in the WNBA. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that man. I love what Joy Taylor said about him, about Cam Newton. Cam Newton was like, I just want to see him, and Joy Taylor was like, she said, you'll never see him. He
You're not
doesn't
gonna
come
see him, yeah.
outside. He's
No.
like a hurt, huh?
You're not gonna see him, yeah. You're not gonna see him. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying,
exactly.
yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna always hide.
You know, like, what he's always so hard on women in sports. Women shouldn't be talking sports, unless according to him, um unless you're a former athlete or you study at a high level. I'm like, well, what how does that how does that include you? Like I'm just like, what makes you
Exactly.
different from Mina Kimes? Because neither one of you played at a high level. So if you can study, that means Mina can't. I'm confused because you're not running nowhere. I'm not even sure if you ever really
Exactly.
did. I'm not even sure if you did. I honestly feel like Joy should have taken out a lawsuit a long time ago because the stuff that he says is so disrespectful to me. And it's not even,
Yeah.
it's not, and I'm just like, some of the things that he says like it's a matter of a fact. Like,
Yeah.
for a fact that she had an affair with the executive. Like, you have proof. Like
Yeah.
I would have hit him with a cease and desist a long time ago.
Yeah. Big time. And something else that gets me when I hear him talk like that about her, and the number of men that are silent, it's irking. When I tell you, I don't care if he were to come out. All I'm saying, I said, some people are very, very lucky that I don't get to really talk the way I really want to talk. Because I can, man.
I really feel like, even aside from that, because we're in a time and a day and age where just men are different. Like I see a lot of the content on YouTube is like so divisive. You have like, don't date, what is that echo? Don't date like single mothers and black women, or worse than white women, and passport bros. I feel like that's also another part of it as well. That's also add another layer on with the day that we're living in. But the bigger part of it is that for people like Jason Whitlock, like I would have hit him with a cease and desist so like a long time ago, like a long time ago. And if you mention anything again, like it's going to cost your fat behind some money. Like, go find somebody else to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think so I wanted to say, I feel like the biggest part of the problem is that it is too easy nowadays to just accuse somebody of something without having to have any kind of proof. And
Any
then
proof?
the person's credibility and character is just damaged, no matter if it's true or not. Like it's just, that's it. It's out there. People believe it or they don't want to believe it, but your credibility is shot. And then no matter what happens now, when you Google that person, that's what's going to come up. Sexual assault or rapist
Yeah.
or whatever it is, and it could be completely false, but
Yeah.
that's it. The damage is done, and it should not be that easy. That's number one. There should be consequences. Number two, like people should be in jail, like for lying on people like that. You should be
Yeah.
thrown in jail, like for real, like because it's just unacceptable. It should not be this easy to do that.
Yeah.
It's way too easy.
This is the point I always make to men, and I said, those of you who may not know, yeah, I don't talk about it much on here, but I actually do a radio show. But I talk about it on my show sometimes to men. I say, listen, I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to have the same insight or even mindset or religion as you
Hmm.
to defend you.
Hmm.
What we're trying to preserve at this point in our lives is our community. That's what we're trying to preserve. We're trying to have some commonality. You live on a block unless you live in a rural area with different people, and somebody in the left can be a Hindu or Jehovah's Witness. You know what I mean? I'm Christian. You know what I mean? Jehovah's Witness is a little bit different from Christian. They're not under the Protestant movement per se. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I don't need to know all that. You can have, in order for me to feed you, take care of you, help you out, mow your lawn. I don't need to know all that. And that's where a lot of our Black men has gone a little left to center. Because there's no way in the world Jason Whitlock should be that loose in media. He should never be that loose in media.
Mm-hmm.
It's to me. I'm really offended by it. I'm serious. I mean, you know me. You know how I roll like with stuff like that. I get real hot over that. I'm like, how you letting this guy to sit in your presence and talk about somebody like that?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like because it's, even aside from him, like there's so many different pages and content. I'm not sure if they believe what they're even posting, because some things are just obviously for clickbait and they know they're going to get views to talk about certain topics. But Kevin Samuels started something, and even after he passed away, it shifted. You know what I mean? Like people kind of took over that avenue, and it's created there's so many videos of just Black men, or even white men, talking about Black women and, and how they're this and how they're ghetto and, they're uneducated, all these different things. It's become even more divisive within the community. So people are just in Whitlock, they find it funny, because they see so much content about stuff like that. It's like not even it's sad. He's not even an anomaly anymore, he's like a part of the majority, of the content I see that's like this, and it's really unfortunate. But I said a long time ago, also goes with your upbringing. I think, how you're raised, who your parents are, a lot of people nowadays, a lot of kids being raised off social media. This is what they see and day in and day out, stuff like this. So it's kind of shaping how they view things. It's unfortunate, but it's the time that we live in. I try to raise my son, because sometimes, we were on a train one time and somebody was making noise, right? Singing or rapping or whatever. They actually were talking loud. And he was like, without even looking, I know they're Black. I was like, that's not everybody Black, yes, on the trains, more times than not, it is people who are Black, blasting the music, rapping loud for the whole train to hear it. It's like, can you put your freaking headphones on? I have mine on. I don't need to hear your free concert. You can perform at home for your family or your loved ones, but we don't want to hear it, especially at 7 a.m. What is going on? But when you see stuff like that, or you see some of the content, Lululemon, right? The store, you had a group of Black women inside the store, I think in Georgia, just twerking all over the store. They posted all over social media, and then that was like, you see how Black women act? This is what we mean why we go to overseas for women, because they don't behave like this. And I'm just like, it's so disappointing, because I'm like, not all of us behave like that. I've never behaved in the store like that, alone or with friends. I'll be so embarrassed to do that. But the fact that kind of content is out there, it just further feeds the narrative that we're all like that, and that's not even the case. I'm like, why would you post a video like that if you just twerk all over a store? Why are you even there to twerk? It was like a whole group. They weren't buying nothing, just twerking all over the folded shirts and things, all over the apparel and the Lululemon. I'm like, come on, y'all, this is so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. I was like cringing watching it, like secondhand embarrassment. Did you see the cruise? With the Black people on the cruise? Boots on the floor, taking over the whole cruise, and people couldn't use the pool and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff just further feeds the narrative that we all behave like that, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
One thing I encourage when I see things like that, and where we all have to get over, is the fact that we're truly not a monolith, and basically you're going to have people who always go overboard. If you were to visit Philadelphia and you go, and this is no lie, you know how people when you come to Philly, people say, "Oh yeah, go to Pat Steaks." When you talk about a cheesesteak, sometimes the NFL be on it. Say, "Go to Pat Steaks." Well, this is what people don't know about Pat. Pat, and you can find out this very easily if you just go on his TikTok page and listen to him talk.
Mm-hmm.
Pat is a racist.
Pat
And
who?
if you, huh? Oh, Pat Stakes. Pat
Okay.
of Pat Stakes.
Okay.
Yeah, they call him
Mhm.
Pat. He really is like 2
Yeah,
generations down.
I was trying to figure out where you was going with it, but continue.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I'm story driven. So my whole point is just that people are people are what they are. Like Pat's like like they only look at us as it's like only you guys are doing it. If you were to
Mhm.
go to Pat Six, Pat told some Asian guys one night,
Mhm.
all over the news in Philadelphia. Oh,
Mhm.
y'all can't order here no more because y'all
Mhm.
don't speak English.
Mhm.
Y'all, yeah, not look. I'm not gonna try to help you, or I'm not gonna ask you to like. We go try to write it down, figure it out. Have one of my
Mhm.
workers, you know what I mean, just say, all right, what do you want on this, whatever, you know what I mean, and just help. It's not gonna be for so many of them, you know what I mean. You probably get what 10 of them a day out of 200 or 300 people who frequent your store. But my whole
Mhm.
point is, it's just that when we see someone, we have to also recognize, and when we see Pat do that, we just take it out. Oh, Pat is a racist. See how we singular. Pat is a
Mhm.
racist. Pat is.
Mhm.
When it's one of us, all y'all are. And we say, and this is because I have a brother, not my brother who was on tonight, not his name is Derek, not Derek McTook, but I'm talking about like other my brothers. He always he says stuff like this. He'll go, well, man, that's just how black people are. I'm like, Negro, you black. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like you black. What are you talking about? But see how our minds are so conditioned to believe that we're talking about someone else. But
Mhm.
it's like they're talking about all of us. So we have to understand. So when I see somebody doing something, I know it's not everyone. I just
Mhm.
know it's just that person or this person or that person. And that's why I
Mhm.
bring up Pat because everybody think that, oh, it's just, I'm like, nah, these folks are racist, dog. I mean, they just sit there and treat you any type of way, and folks will just be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And we don't generalize with that. You know what I mean? And I don't want us to generalize with our people at all. I challenge them all the time. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know how I am, God. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I said, and I told you before, I think even like the kind of shows and stuff that, we have, all that still feeds to the same narrative, you know. Like we know the way stories are, a lot of stories that we tell, within our community. It always goes back to, the selling the drugs and, the dad not being around, all these different things. And, you would think that a lot of black men are not around, in terms of being good fathers. And that's not always the case for everybody. I know it's for some people, but it's not for everybody.
When I tell
Um,
you,
no.
on my block I live on right now, and I'm not lying. Two parent,
What's up?
two
What's
parent,
up,
two
Jay?
all over the place. Two parent. Me and all my friends, two parent household. The people I
Mhm.
work with, two
That's
parent
what I'm
household.
saying. Like I mean,
I
we
don't.
know it exists, but we don't like when we tell stories. Like that's not the case. We see
Yeah,
the stories that trend within our community, like the power episodes and things like that. Like it's drugs and and all these different things. And drugs are part of the community, obviously. But we don't
but
really tell different. Like back in the day, you had different kind of stories that were
but
told in terms of like
all right,
families and whatnot. So
all right, do
I'm
you
just
really
saying
want to have this
that's a part of
conversation?
it,
'Cause It's
huh?
it's a it's a hard conversation. But if you really want to have this conversation, you know what
No,
the
I mean, I'm not
part
gonna
of the
go
pro-
too deep into it because like I don't want to
No, no.
be in the
But
hour. I'm just
Nick,
saying
we
like
are.
certain that adds to it. Like whether it's right or wrong,
But
it
that's
adds
what
to
the
it.
problem is. We don't. What we never want to. We never. I've listen. I've been in the same church for 35 years of my life. Same church.
Mhm.
There are so many conversations that black folk don't want to have. They are so afraid of seeing themselves. I'm like, Negro, grow up. You have to understand. People say, well, why is so many single parent homes? But nobody wants to talk about everybody running around sticking they stick. Everyone's going around and they're just having sexual.
People talk
It's
about
so
that.
cavalier. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like, yo, dog, what do you think this is? So if I go around and and I'm sticking my joint and all these tricks all over the place, you know what I mean? I'm doing this over here, doing this over there, and all of a sudden, sex makes babies. What do you think comes out of it?
Mhm.
What you think you're gonna have what? What's gonna pop out our cooch? A baby
But
doll?
that's what
Bubble
I'm
gum?
saying. That's what I'm talking about. Like
A baby rabbit?
when we tell stories, like I'm saying, we only tell certain stories that depict a certain side of the culture, not the whole entire culture. Like we don't have other things that go on within our community.
Yeah,
That's what, and that's what I'm saying. Because
but
we can write a script that talks about different things. Like you don't
yeah,
necessarily have to write a script that talks about the
but
same things.
sex makes babies. So you're gonna have
I
listen.
know that. I just said that.
Oh, but this is the point. If I live in a community, and don't get me wrong, I was the same, you know what I mean, doing the same thing when I was younger. You know what I mean. My whole point is this: if we're having sex all over the place,
What's it to do with the stories that are being told, like in terms of television and social media? I'm just trying to figure out where we're going.
everything, because no one's married, so you're gonna have a one-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
So if if I'm like, well, now I don't want to be committed, man. You know, man, we just, this is my boy. We just kick it. Everybody just kick it. We just kick it.
Mm-hmm.
Negroes, you just can't just kick it. You just can't be having sex over here, sex over here, sex over here, and then all of a sudden, when you end up getting pregnant, it's like sometimes, that maternal instinct comes in, that mom thing, and abortion is not as readily as a easy decision as you think it is. It's come like, oh no, I'm not getting rid of my baby. Let me tell you this: for years, for like 4 years, I would come. I would do my show. I would come in the radio station. I would do my show behind a show called Pleasures. Pleasures was on from 12 o'clock at night to like I think around 3. It was a 4-hour show. 12, 1, 2, 3. But it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Pleasures was our highest rated show. It came on Friday night. I came on Saturday mornings. Every Saturday morning, I would come in that joint. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It would be condoms, toys in there, because it would just be packed in the radio station, because all the freaks would go to the show. So this is, and so all I would do was like pray about, like, look, I'm not gonna sit up here and argue with these folks. You know what I mean? I would let them know. I would like, yo, I would call the boy. I'm like, yo, man, you gotta get your stuff out of here before you go. You know what I mean? Nobody want to be touching this stuff, all this stuff, condoms being there and everything. They were just wild. So, one day it was the girl. She's had that gift to gab, and she would tell people how to, give people lessons on how to get BJs over the air. Just doing all kinds of stuff.
Where you going with this though? I'm honestly lost.
The story makes it. You can tell I'm in radio. The story makes it interesting. Follow me. It just can't be over like
long. That. Like, what are you talking about?
No, you got to hear it out. You got listen. I'm trying to score you. Get here. Listen. All right. So
as an actress, I'm all for storytelling, but I'm just like the story gotta.
No, all right. I'm landing. Just be quiet. All right, now listen. So all I did was pray about it. So one day I came in the joint, right, and the boy came in there, right. I came in the station, and the boy was in there. He was like, "Yo, man, we shutting Pleasures down." And I said, "Why?" He was like, "She got pregnant." And I was just like, and know what she said? She said, "I would never, ever want my kid to know what I'm doing. I would never want my kid to know."
Okay, where are we going with this?
I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you a little bit. I'm trying to. No, you gotta hear it out.
But no, I don't need the whole hour and 30 minutes of the story. Just get to the point.
Story. What are you talking about?
You dragging us out. What's the point? Like, what are you trying to say?
This cat. You hold the tail. Listen. Yeah, a comedian said that one. I thought it was hilarious. But
I'm glad you did.
The whole point years ago. Shut up. The whole point is just that where when people where people lack morality or respect for themselves, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, everybody wants to have sex, everybody wants to do that stuff like that, but when you treat it as, yo, if you treat it like a cheesesteak and a soda, meaning like I need it because I have a taste for it, then
Mhm.
you gonna always have broken communities. But not
Mhm.
until morality set in for her. She was like, yo, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no
Mhm.
more. And that's the mindset that we're gonna have to come to. It's like, yo, you just can't go around just giving them men, you just can't go around just dropping seed everywhere, dog. And think everything is all right. Then you crying, I ain't got no money. She hit me up for child support. What am I supposed to do? Now I gotta move back home with my mom. Nigga, stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I
Stop
don't use
doing.
that word. Mhm.
Yeah, anyway, stop doing what you're doing. Look, I told you when I talk, I go there. I ain't got no time for all that. Ain't gonna be no innuendos. You gonna know exactly what I'm saying when I say it to you.
Well, you can say how you feel without respecting the ancestors, but I get you.
Mm. Yeah, but that's what it is. And as long as we keep doing that, you know what I mean? That's what it's gonna be. So
Well, the
so
broken
so
homes is
so,
just
so
one part of the conversation. But what I'm
but
saying
that
is,
no, but that is
they're
the
not
whole
just.
conversation. Because
That's not all.
everybody out here, I guarantee you, pull the numbers
What
on
I'm
it.
what I'm trying to
The
say,
single
because
household.
because you're talking over me. What I'm trying
Oh
to
yeah,
say
go
is
ahead, go.
that's one part of our community. Yes, we know
No,
that we have broken homes. What I'm saying is it's not the whole community. There is another
exactly.
side of our community where you do have two-parent households. And what I'm saying is because we only put that stuff on YouTube, we put that stuff on the TikTok, we put that stuff on um what else is there? Facebook and Twitter, whatever have you. And we keep
Hmm.
telling those only that side of our community, if you want to call it that, or look at it that way. This is why
Hmm.
that narrative stays like that. Um, whereas if we started posting more stories, I mean, there are people that do post other content, about married couple content and families and things of that nature. They do post that kind of content. But it's way more like I see so many stories on TikTok of women like just coming on TikTok and it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go into a whole story like you did, but I'm paraphrasing. It's like, oh well, yeah, I met this young YN, what that stands for, right? Young,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
have
yeah,
you.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I decided to, he flew me out and and I was like, okay, I guess I gotta sleep with him. I'm just like, huh? Like, why'd you come on TikTok? Tell us all your personal business, girl. Like, if you're gonna do that, then do you. Like, I mean, that's your choice,
Hmm.
like, but you don't have to come on here. But when do you have so many women that post those kinds of stories and then they look like this, they have like the long lashes or the super long nails and the weaves and the wigs. There goes more content being pushed out because people are using that content, to create, more followers and get numbers. And it continues to further the narrative. And it's like, oh, it's why I don't like Black women. I'm like, that's not all Black women. Every
Hmm.
race got people who were trashy, ghetto, classless. Like, that's not just Black people, but you don't really see, unless maybe I'm missing it. I haven't seen too many Asian women come on there and talk about their their sexual escapades and things of that nature. And they may have that content out there. I haven't come across it. Like that's not, coming across my YouTube and stuff like that. Typically the focus is always, Black women and what they're not and all these different things. So for me, I just really wish that sometimes we would like tell the other side of our story, like because there's so, many positives as well within our community that don't get highlighted, especially when it comes to storytelling from directors and actors and things of that nature.
Yeah, well, let me feed this to you so you understand this. Remember, you said to me one time, you said, "What did you? Why don't you like this about Caitlin Clark? She delivers, but you don't like it
Oh God,
because it
not that
looks."
Caitlin Clark again.
No, just hear me out. Hear me. I'm not going
Okay.
to Caitlin Clark, but you said it looks different, but it's the same result. Remember, you told me that.
What looks different? What's the same result? What you mean?
In other words, how she scores, how she impacts the game. You said it looks different, but she's
Mhm.
getting the same result. But
Okay.
anyway, look,
Mhm.
come on now. Anyway, man, you gotta make the conversation juicy. That's how you make it. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying to you. Did you know in Philadelphia that the massage parlors on Roosevelt Boulevard. Roosevelt Boulevard, one of the major boulevards in Philadelphia. On Roosevelt Boulevard, some of the Italian and some of the Russian and the Korean massage parlor offer sex in the parlor. Now, no, hear me out. What we do is that it's something inside of us. We're loud, a little rambunctious. It's the same stuff. It's just different. The same thing is going on in different places. You know what some lady on my job said to me one day? She said she was crying, and I said, "Cal, what's wrong?" My buddy Cal. I hope she ain't watching this, Lord have mercy. She was like, Daryl. I said, what? She said, how am I expected? Now, this person is an accountant. Accountant, right?
Okay.
She said, how am I expected to hold my job when they're hiring young, pretty girls? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at her because I'm really proud because what she said to me didn't really add up. And I said, well, what are you talking about? And she was like, well, they're younger and they really are fitting together and they really look nice. I mean, real tears, not fake like tears, real tears. And I'm sitting there like, what are you talking about, Cal? And she was like, yeah, well, you know, when it's time for the raises and who they're going to keep down the line, you look at me. You think they're going to keep me? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, and that's what I mean. Like these worlds that you think that they're only exclusive to Black people. This same SHIT is going on everywhere.
Ben, you're not listening to what I'm saying because I never said that. What I said was we don't tell other stories within our community. That's what I said. Yeah. Like when we like, you know, when you see us on YouTube, you know, a lot of the pages that had like the large followings, like they depict one like a specific type of Black woman. It's usually the ghetto one, uneducated and ratchet and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of educated Black women, you know, across the United States and overseas and everywhere else. You know, but they don't really promote those women. They only stick to that narrative because they know it's what sells. You know, people don't really tune in. You know, it's like, you know, when people watch television shows, right? People like almost like the drama shows, you know, like the housewife shows, the basketball wives shows with the drinks flying, the tables throwing and everything else, and the arguing and wigs flying off. Like people tune in more to that show than the wholesome shows. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know, those things sell. And I'm just saying in a nutshell, I wish that you know, for one, human decency across the board is like extinct now. Like you can't really find human decency in general. You know, man, like it's so hard, you know, in general to find. It's like very far and few in between, no matter what the race is. But I just wish that for our like, you know, community specifically, I wish that we told the other side of stories. You know, like back in the day, I didn't really watch Bill Cosby like that because I was younger, obviously, when it was on and stuff like that. But you know, it was nice to see a Black family that didn't have a whole bunch of craziness, you know, and just toxicity, because those families do very much exist. And we've moved so far away from that, you know, when we tell stories, it's always the same old, just a different cast, different director, you know, maybe a different network, you know, but we don't tell the other side. It's like, we don't like, there's nobody educated, you know, like there's plenty of educated Black women, you know, like plenty of educated Black men, plenty of wonderful fathers, single fathers who are doing their thing, you know, the mom might not be around, you know, but we don't tell that side of it. And I just wish that we did what I'm saying, you know, more often.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I mean, you're on point. I think that that we should tell those stories. I look like the lady who's coming on with us tomorrow, Dr. Charles. She's talking about breaking generational curses, how a lot of the trauma that's in the Black neighborhood, or in not just neighborhood, but in the home, deals with it comes from poverty. and how it's traumatizing to children. And she's talking about that, how, and it's going to be it's going to be good. I think that she's a former principal. She does great, does great work now. She does. I mean, I think it's going to be cool.
I'm actually this question real quick. I'm gonna let you respond. I'm not gonna respond. I'm just gonna ask you your opinion on it before we get out of here because it's just popped up in my head. I don't know why, so I'm gonna ask this on my spirit.
Sure.
You just talk about generational curses and stuff like that. What do you think when you have men that have kids, right? And they're like, well, my dad wasn't around growing up, so like I didn't really know how to be a father. And it's like, but you have 4 kids now. Like you have more than one baby mama. You know what I mean? Like, so if you didn't have the example growing up, then why are you trying to set the same example? Like, do you believe that? And when men say that, like, oh well, my dad wasn't around growing up, like kind of like use it as a justification for why they're not present now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you, I guess, give them grace? Like, okay, well, I get it. Your dad wasn't around, so I can understand why you're not. You're like, you're old enough to know now, like, what's right and what's wrong. Like, wrap it up, make some different choices or whatever have you. I'm just curious. You always on the side of giving grace. I'm just curious how you feel.
No, because you got to though. No, well, I truly think that where you have to give them graces on how to be a dad. Where I can't give you any graces taking, you being a
Present dad?
provider as a dad. You get what I'm saying? So
Okay.
you're gonna have to really get and figure it out. Even me coming from a large family and having a dad there, having an older brother. Some of my brothers are old enough to be my dad. You get what I'm saying? But still, concerning my son, how my dad had to help mold me a little bit. Like, yo, like, dude, no. What you doing? I mean, he had to check the hell out of me. You know what I mean? To check me, like, yo, you ain't gonna. Hey, what you doing to that boy? What you doing what you doing to them? Well, like, no, and I had to recalibrate. Like, oh, okay, because we really don't know. Sometimes we think that because we have a penis that we know, or or if I know how to treat my lady, then I know how to treat a child. That's 2 different ballparks. You got to wash their ass. You got to iron their clothes. You got, what I mean. You got to make sure they know the ABC. You know what I mean? It's very methodic. It's an everyday thing. So that's a completely, and no matter how many books you read,
you learn on as you go for sure.
Yo, it's different for everyone. I had to show a lady how I told you that before, how to hold her baby.
No more long stories.
Yeah, I gotta give my story.
No, you gave me an answer. No, you gave me an answer.
All right.
Anyway. We receive it in Jesus' name, amen. Okay.
Name.
So on that note, you guys,
go fancy like.
I know the conversation definitely segued on from sports, but sometimes that happens if you've been here, on our live. Sometimes it goes there, it goes someplace else sometimes. But I think it's fun sometimes to have open, honest dialogue about just life things, not always sports things. So yeah. If you guys were, interested in that conversation, I appreciate you. I know it's definitely different than the Fever versus Sparks, but that's life. Sometimes like you go out with your friends and you might go to watch a game, and sometimes the conversation goes someplace else, and it's like that. So it's real life. Real life over here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Praise the Lord Radio Show. 92.9 FM in Philadelphia.
Okay, so we're gonna get out of here before he tells another story. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna run really fast. Okay, you guys. So have an amazing night. I'll see you guys soon. I believe Chicago plays tonight because now it's after midnight. I'm not sure who they play. I think it's Seattle again. I think it's Seattle. So yeah, we'll see you guys on the next live sometime soon. Until then, be safe, be well, be healthy.
Amen.
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 Good night.
Good job, Kai. Be good.
Good night.
Peace.